welcome back to Shakhtar to Glory, episode 17, where today we take on Dynamo Kiev, our main rivals in the division. Before we start, if you enjoy my content, I'd really appreciate if you could drop a like on the video, drop a comment on the video, and to see continuing videos and of Foot Manager, possibly Fortnite, this Shakhtar series. Drop a sub on my channel as well. That'd be highly appreciated. I'm trying to grow this channel as much as possible as I possibly can, and any kind of support, anything I can notice that people enjoying what I'm doing, that that's the way to do it, and hopefully I can see a bit of an improvement in that. And as we go, we'll see improvement with the content I produce, and as the experience with editing, recording, that sort of thing goes, we'll see a bit of an improvement. So we'll jump into this now. So last time out we played, was it FC Alexandria, I think is how they pronounced. We had a resounding 5-2 win. The 2 goals from them made it a little bit closer than it thought it was going to be, but we got the win nonetheless, and I think Kiev slipped up that week as well. We then went on to Zoya. You can see we've had, and Vorskla, 6-1 and 5-1. That is just, don't really need to say too much there. We got goals from Gohu. He got 2 goals in the Zoya game. Rizeo, of course, got 1 as well. There was an own goal. Butko probably scored the pick of the goals, the right wing back. Bayaki got 1. And Kiev actually slipped in this game as well. If it wasn't the Alexandria game, it was around this game. They drew 1-1, I believe, which opened up a bit more of a gap. No, actually they lost in that game. And then we followed that up with a 5-1 win against Vorskla, the team that... No, I think they did lose at Kiev in that last game, because it was Vorskla who beat them, and then we beat Vorskla 5-1. Ferreira with a fantastic hat-trick, Romero and Tyson getting the goals. We put the full strength out in this game. We had enough game break in between this and the Kiev game to rest them, and but since right after this game, Kiev drew 1-1 with, I think it was Alexandria, and that actually secured the title for us. So we are champions. It's not showing it at the moment. Let me see if I go into stages. I think this is probably where it shows it. Yeah, so we are champions, and I think Kiev have got their Champions League. It's not letting me click. I think EC is the Champions League place. Verez look like they're going to be relegated. It's a playoff, which I believe is going to be with one of the teams in the division below. I don't know if we can see that. Yeah, so who's in there? Is anyone I recognise? I don't really recognise any of those teams. I'm not sure that any of those are teams that have been up in the division at the top that I'm aware of and have strangely been relegated, but I'm not sure how that all works. We'll find out in due time, I'm sure. So we're going to jump in today against Kiev, just purely because it's Kiev. It's a big game, and I wanted to bring the news, obviously, that we won the title at this point, 27 games in. We've got, let's see, schedule. We've got, after this game, 4 league games. So what we'll do, we'll play the 3 league games, Stout, Alexandria again, Zoya again, off camp, and then we'll come back with Kiev, and probably the cup final as a double header, sort of end of season special maybe, and have a bit of an extended episode with that, and a bit of maybe transfers, maybe a bit of a recap. Maybe not transfers. I think I'll keep the transfers for the new season, because they won't officially be in, and who knows what might happen if there's any injuries and they don't pass fitness tests, stuff like that. Who knows? So we're going to jump into the game. We're going to stick with the same team that played. They got the 5-1 result against Zoya. No, Volskla was the last game. Vorskla. Memory's terrible. Vorskla, the 5-1 win. So we'll stick with the same team out there. Don't need to worry too much about injuries, fitness this stage. We've won the league. We are going to be rotating, but I just feel we do need to get a result against Dynamo Kiev. I don't think we've beaten this season. I think it's been 2 draws, 0-0 at our place, and I think it was 1-1 on the first game of the season, I believe, but I'm certain it was a draw the first game of the season. So just need to get a win. Their manager doesn't like me for obvious reasons, and he was mouthing off a bit before the game. I sent the assistant there, and he seemed to do alright and put him in his place a little bit, but just to shut him up a bit more, I'd like to get the win here, and just to get a win against the rivals, the first win against the rivals. It's a big thing, and this first highlight of the game is a bit extended, and it's probably going to fade out any time now. They do play 4-4-2, so I'm not sure if it's a 4-4-2 that I seem to struggle against a little bit with not beating Kiev, or whether it's just the fact that they've got a really good team, really good bunch of players. But we do take the lead here after 6 minutes, and it's Ferreira again. I did mention in the last episode that he is one that could be potentially on his way out, but he's got a hat-trick in the last game, he's got a few goals here and there, he's scored here today. He's playing well, but his numbers aren't at the same level as some of the other players I've got, even some of the backup players I've got. His conversion it's not there, and he's aging a little bit. If I can make some money off him while I can, get another foreign player who's not, I mean, he's still, actually he's Italian now, isn't he? I think he's really Argentinian or something, but he's taken Italian citizenship somehow. Don't really know too much about that. And what are we going to do here? We're going to do anything on this highlight, and it just gives us a chance to bring another Ukrainian up, or another Brazilian in, or South American in, if you like. So we have got a second goal here after the half hour. Freitas sprays it out here. I think it's to Cerner. It is. He whips a ball in. Tyson, nice little ball there to Romero. Romero he's not going to miss that. He buries that nice and easy. And this is looking a bit comfortable. But I have seen in the last couple of games, we get away with one there, that we've won games by purely outscoring them. You know, we've let in goals. We're not tight at the back by any stretch of the imagination. We have leaked goals, and some of them, the one in the Zoya game, I believe it was, one of them was an horrific goal to concede. It was a really bad error from the goalkeeper. Well, he played it out to the defender, and the defender sort of made a hash of it, but it was a ball that probably shouldn't have been played from the goalkeeper to the defender. Put him under a bit of pressure, and the assistant done well. And yeah, we lost the ball, and it was just a shocking goal to concede, really. And we do seem to concede those sorts of goals. We put another one in, but we are looking fairly comfortable here. We've kept them down to one shot, and that is fantastic news, really. We get Azevedo here, and Romero, he bangs another one in. He is on fire, and we're on fire today. This is a performance that we've not seen against Kiev. We kind of not. Actually, no, I would say we've bottled the games a little bit against Kiev. We were lucky to get draws, certainly in one of them. I think the 0-0 last game, they should have won that quite comfortably. So there's another highlight here. Their goalkeeper kicks it out. Azevedo to Fred. It's cut out again by them. He skips past our player, and Kravets, I mean, the strike, he's not, unless he scored in that first game of the season, which he may well have done, he's not scored against us until now, and he's obviously going for the golden boot. I was torn about completely playing first team in these games, just to get Romero and Tyson and that up the scoring charts and see if they could press him a little bit, but I don't think he's catchable, much like we're not catchable in the league running. I don't care too much about the golden boot for the division, because we have goals coming from all over, and that's the main thing for me, really. I don't want one striker who's going to score 32 and finish second. I want 3 players who are going to score, 60 odd between them, and we win the league. So see who's struggling out there. Fred is normally one of them. We'll bring on Vizeo for him there. We'll bring Kovalenko in for Fred. I don't think I've got anyone else who can drop in there, no. And it's normally Azevedo or Cerner. Azevedo, is Ismaili on the bench? He's not, so we'll bring Butko in. And we'll, 15 minutes, give them a bit of a run out. They've got a goal, but we've got the 3 there, 3-1 lead. I don't think with 10 minutes to go we're gonna throw this one away. I think we're gonna get our first 3 points against Kiev. Kravets is injured. That's always so is Audets here. Kovalenko comes off the bench, and I think that's his first goal of the season. I might be wrong. He's that young lad we're bringing through and trying to replace. I forget the guy who we sold to Man City's name. He's there, probably our long-term replacement for him. But 4-1, yeah, minutes to go. This game's done, and there we go, full time. So this is the one where I don't leave it to the assistant when he's saying nothing specific to say. Very pleased with result and performance. Calmly, that'll do. So that puts us 28 games. Ooh, what's that? 19 points clear. So
2 + 2 is 4, -1, that's 3, quick maths.
The rest of the table is kind of taking shape a little bit. Stow have fallen away and should be, what's that, 9th? They should be 8th, maybe 8th. and Zoya a little bit as well. The teams, but I mean the teams, like I say, 7th and 8th, who are pushing up a little bit, they are playing the bottom 3 teams and getting 3 points quite regularly, whereas Stal are playing us, Kiev, all the big hitters in this league. I'm surprised Alexandria haven't confirmed Europa League yet. Oh, it has closed the gap a little bit. They have. Vorskla have won a few games and obviously they beat Kiev. And I think Alexandria, they got a draw against Kiev, but maybe they're slipping here elsewhere. Goal difference of 1 and Vorskla 0. Everyone else, apart from us and Kiev, is on my. But I know those two. The top 4, everyone else is on minus by the looks at it. Yeah, -2 circa. And Donetsk, Olympic Donetsk have slipped back down into the relegation reckoning. So, but they were miles bottom for a while, and they've done well to recover. But I don't know what the bottom ones are in a playoff. I don't know what happens here. They obviously can't catch, I don't think. But what we'll do, so we've done that now. Like I said, at the start of the episode, we'll come back. We'll come back for the Kiev game and the Stal game, and I think we'll do that as a double header, because I don't think it's worth doing the Kiev game as a standalone, but it's worth having a look just because they are our rivals, and obviously the cup final is just a good way to summarise the season. I think. Don't have a quick look at the news. 5 to 7 days. I don't think there's much else there to worry about. No, so we'll come back for the double header, end of season finale, and so yeah. Until then, I'll see you later.